life doesn't always go as planned, and so what was supposed to be us splitting wood video turned out to be us going to town. I noticed that my tractor was leaning on the right hand side when I was looking at it from the rear, and so I looked at the big tire and it wasn't flat. So that was always a good sign. So I backed the tractor out, and then when I was getting ready to take off the backhoe, I noticed that it had a big crack in it. So we're gonna go buy some metal. We'll get rid of all the paint on that and try to straighten it up as best as possible, and then weld it back together. But we were gonna go split wood anyways, because that could technically just wait. So I started driving down and I looked and I saw that my front right tire was a little low, not the big one, but the little one. So I was like, well, I'll drive it up to the front steps, and then I'll go get an air compressor and air it up. And it didn't quite make it to the front steps. Tractor. So the bead popped off. We've tried airing it up with ratchet straps, and long story short is, without using lighter fluid and a lighter, the only other way to get this on here is to use one of those like little puffer systems that the tire shops have. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it off. We're gonna take it to town, pick up some metal, and get that bead set again. So like I said, it couldn't get much worse of a day. Wait a minute. Yes, it can. So also the fog rolled in, but luckily for us, we now have a radar. So we're gonna get the boat all set up. We'll spin the radar up and make our trip to town. So first things first, we're gonna jack the axle up and then throw a little stump underneath it, because while we're gone, the hydraulics will let loose and it will put the axle on the ground. We don't want that, so we're gonna prop it up real quick. So that's a big ship coming through, and they're required to blow their foghorn. I don't know, is it every 3 minutes? Is that what it is?
I'm not sure. Are we gonna blow our little foghorn? Our handheld horn?
No, we're just gonna get out of the way. Should we put the chickens away? Like inside their door?
No. We'll be back. Well, maybe we should put them away just in case we don't come back.
We have to come back.
Maybe for the necessary, but...
There we go. We got a tire. There's Daddy Longlegs living in there. Get on out of here, Daddy Longlegs. Alright, so we're going to take this bad dog to town, get the bead set back on it, and then we come back out here and throw her on. Alright, so there's one more thing we wanted to talk about, and that was there's a huge storm affecting western Alaska right now. It's I don't think we're going to see any of the side effects of it, but they are literally just getting pounded by flooding, and they've had some 40-foot waves out there, so...
I think they said this storm is the, they haven't seen a storm like this early and this big in 70 years.
Yeah.
So please be safe out there, and if there's any fishermen in the Bering Sea, I'm praying for you. mind you grabbing my water bottle when you grab your other stuff. Come on, Skipper. Good job, buddy. Come on.
Well, we've got some daylight right above us, but
Sunlight. Hopefully it'll
still foggy out
Hopefully
in the
it'll-
channel out there, so.
burn this off. Oh yeah, look, behind us. It is burned off.
We'll see what happens. Jump on in the back. Are they coming for us? I don't know if they're coming for. They got their sirens on.
You guys want to board or not?
All right, we're getting boarded by the Coast Guard, so we're gonna see if we can film this. See if it's all right with film.
That's why we're
You earlier this summer.
Yeah.
filming you. We're like, we can put you in our film tonight.
Any firearms on board?
No, not today.
Okay, cool.
Hi guys.
That's Raven. That's Skipper.
Go ahead.
Thanks for coming over here, guys. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Don't want to be in the way of the traffic. Morning's opening up, you know.
Thanks for letting us film you.
Yeah, no
I'll have
problem,
to
man.
tell Alex, remember? I'll
Yeah.
have to tell him
Parents. Yes.
that we just boarded you guys.
You got it? Yeah, I got it. I'm good.
Where your PFDs at, man? Flotation devices?
So we have a number of them.
Oops, I'll just let it step out of the way.
We have these. We have Mustang suits.
Okay, cool.
Do you guys need flotation like this?
Throwable.
These days?
Yeah, that'll be a throwable, man.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Hernandez, you want to give me the
They okay to pet?
license?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So do you have the documentation and licenses for everybody on board?
Oh, license. I have a license.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Just
We have
identification.
fishing license. Oh,
Oh, okay.
like,
For the master.
yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. If you
Yeah.
hand me my.
Hold that.
Okay.
Just like a driver's license or something.
No
will do.
problem.
Hold on, I got one better. Hold on. Let me get my blue.
Oh, alright.
And you can open this up, and mine's in here.
Huh?
Mine is in that
Do you
black
need hers or
roll.
just
No, yours is just fine, sir. Oh,
Brian, is this your guys' current address on here?
Is that?
Since
Is
there's
it
no.
okay if I use that address?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
you got the other one, sir?
Yeah.
Alright.
So why don't you give us a talk through on what you're looking for?
Yes.
Oh, it's my first boarding here out here, remember?
Ah,
So
first
I'm
for
a bit on
you.
bit under the pressure, right? So we gotta make sure you guys got the state number in their AK numbers, right? So he's also checking the certificate numbers, the certificate documentation that's on there. Your whole number, which is pretty much like the VIN of the
Yeah.
vehicle, of the boat. I just checked your PFDs. That's all good to go. Do you have any sound signaling appliance, like
Oh,
air
signals,
horns or?
yeah.
Everything's in there, babe.
All right, there we go. And you got flares too. I'll
Yeah.
check those. I can take a look at those.
Well, I think I'll have to get a knife. We were.
Oh,
She was getting the air horn out.
We were
It was a little foggy today, but it was.
Yeah.
If not, we can cut it.
I can probably see it from in here. I mean, see your airport.
So you guys like the smaller boat?
No. I like the bigger boat.
Yeah. And this one doesn't self-right either, does it?
No.
Oh, okay, there it is.
But you guys are glad. Oh, let me ask: are you guys glad you're here in Southeast now, or would you rather be in West Alaska?
I don't want to leave Alaska.
This was my
No.
first time in Alaska.
No, I'm just saying with the storm in West
Oh,
Alaska.
yeah.
Would you rather be up there, man, in that?
Right here.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
okay here. I'm comfortable here.
Yeah.
Brian, there is a right behind you. White.
I see you got your extinguisher there too, sir. Can I take a look at it?
Oh, you put?
Oh, yeah, right there. Perfect.
Does the vessel have a name?
It's the R&R.
R&R?
Alright, that'll be it. You guys are good to go, yeah.
I got it.
You got good with paperwork there?
I'm still finishing up.
Okay.
Don't rush me.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your boat?
Yeah, what boat is this?
So
This is a 29.
this is the 29 small response boat. Pretty much use this. This is it can be a SAR asset that we use for search and rescue, but it's ultimately better for law enforcement just because it's smaller, it's a bit quicker than the 45.
Nice.
But obviously for like search and rescue, it doesn't really give you a lot of amenities, or you can't really take as many supplies with you. So that's basically why I prefer the
What
So-
size engine?
What boat do you guys use for search and rescue?
We can use either or, but
Okay.
I mean, for like personal preference, I like the 45 just because we have a survivors compartment where we can keep people warm. It's a nice space that you can close up, that you can keep heated. We have blankets, we have hypothermia bags, all kind of different things that we can use to help people, and amenities to help people before we can get them to better care.
Yeah.
This boat is just kind of a bumpy ride, so if somebody's in need of medical attention, it's just kind of
What's,
not the preferred asset.
what's the power? Two 220s?
225.
Yeah, 225.
Yeah. Shockwave seats, only the best, right?
Yeah, they kind of work sometimes.
Yeah.
It's military grade, right?
Yeah, well, you know what military grade is. The lowest bidder. And so, how long have you been here?
I've been in, I just got here like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty new
Where were you
here.
stationed before?
I was in San Diego.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where did you do that?
San Diego means, well,
And have you fallen in love already?
I really like it. This was one of my top picks out here, so
Nice.
I wanted to come out here.
Of course,
Yeah.
the last, 2 months have been extra rainy.
Oh yeah,
May and June were beautiful, but
yeah.
yeah.
That's what I hear. I got here in July.
Did you?
Yeah, like mid-July.
so what about you? How long you been here?
I've been here for about 9 months. I got here last December.
Oh, you got
in the
here
middle-
right in the middle.
Right in the middle of winter. Yeah, and I'm from Florida, so. But I was in Michigan before that, so that was the first time I seen snow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Me too. I was in Michigan before that.
Oh, were you?
I'm from Pennsylvania, so I've seen snow before, but
Oh, that's nice. Well, our son's in Philadelphia right now. So.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
like
where
an
I
hour
grew
north
up.
from there.
I grew up.
Oh,
in
really?
Philadelphia,
Yeah.
And my dad was from Miami, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how we got here.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm from Tampa.
Yeah, he retired out of Juneau, so
Nice.
not a bad gig here.
Nice.
So she was asking, you know, if anything happens up on the West Coast now, is it? She was asking, is the Sitka chopper going to go down? And I was like, no, probably not. It's probably going to be a unit out of Kodiak. Is that?
Yeah, Kodiak. It all depends on where it is. If it's out west, more likely they'll get a Hilo or a C-130 out of Kodiak.
Yeah.
And if there's a cutter in the area, they'll probably help with that as well.
And do you know what the limitations on the smaller bird is?
Not offhand.
No. Because I know, like, our 911 is coastal. So, like a couple years ago, she had to, she fell and slipped on the ice, and we had to fly out. But their light bird only flies in 20 knots or less, and then you go from 300 to 600 to get a bigger bird over. And
So typically what they'll do is they'll launch a C-130 and they'll get on scene and stay on, because they can stay on scene a lot longer. And then if they have to, they'll throw out stuff out the back of it until the helo
to
gets
aid,
on.
yeah.
And then the helo will come by, C-130 will take off.
So I didn't get you. How long have you been here?
I've been here, 2.5 years? This is my twilight tour, which means I'm retiring from here.
Smart
I'll
man.
hang out here for another year and then probably go back to the Midwest.
Oh, you're going back Midwest?
Yeah.
Where at?
Wisconsin-ish.
That's north to me.
My hometown's Traverse City, Michigan.
Oh, is it?
But no intention of moving back there.
No, but not sticking around here.
No. Maybe we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I want to get the wife closer to her family. So.
Well, that makes that's
why
that's what I did. we were stationed in Colorado. We stayed there for 10 years. On and well, they stayed there for 10 years. I deployed all over the place, but when I retired, she was like, "Where do you want to go?" And I'm from Oklahoma. And I was like, "Let's go to Oklahoma."
Yeah.
She's like, "No."
No, we're not doing it.
Well, you guys made the video because we were going to do a wood splitting video, and I got the tractor out to mount the wood splitter on the back of it, and I blew
popped off.
Yeah, it popped off, and you can't on these tires. You can't ratchet them, and she won't let me do the old lighter fluid. So we got to bring it to town.
Call the Coast Guard.
So for us, for dire straits emergencies, for people that live on like the islands out here, if there's an emergency and they can't get like coastal or somebody to come out, is the Coast Guard an option to call you guys?
Call 911. 911 will direct us to the Coast Guard, and more likely, if we can't put a boat on shore, which we do have, that means we have an inflatable skiff that we can.
That's why I like the 45.
Yeah.
That we'll put on the 45. Worst case scenario, they'll send a helo out.
Okay.
And then we'll reach out to the local agencies too that'll possibly assist, like state troopers, like the Fish and Game, NOAA if they're out and about, like NOAA enforcement and whatnot.
That's
We
good
can
to
also
know.
transport people too. So again, working with the local agencies, EMS is an option too. But, you know, depending on how serious it is and how quickly you need for higher care.
So do you
Transferring someone is also an option.
on your stops, the majority of people are nice and have everything in order, or do you get a lot of drunken sailors out there and
Majority of them are good.
Yeah, in my experience, about 95% of them, maybe 99% are people like you guys.
Yeah.
Want to be aboarded and and happy that we're out here. It's that 1% that we got to look for, and and that gives us an opportunity. It just needs your signature.
Yep.
To if we do get one of those 1%ers, gives myself or other boarding opportunities to change their opinion, how they feel about it.
yeah.
Like they might have had, the reason they're like that is that they might have had a bad experience with their previous team. So we like to try to, I personally like to try to change how they look at us.
Yeah. And I was surprised because typically, because we're on the water throughout the whole winter, typically we get boarded in the spring.
Yeah.
And now we're at like the tail end of the season, and I was like, might as well get boarded. This is our last chance, right?
Yep, 12.
Well, I just wanted to say we really do appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Well, we like being out here.
When stuff happens, it's us who calls you guys, and you risk your lives to save us, and so we try to be extra careful so that doesn't happen.
We appreciate the support.
Well, amongst the brotherhood, even though you guys are Department of Homeland Security now, but it's always, to be honest, it's always like the Coast Guard and the Air Force are the butt end of jokes, but I'm glad it's more of the Air Force now. And I really didn't even know what, being from Oklahoma, I didn't even know what really, besides, drug smuggling on the, the Gulf Coast,
yeah.
and
So,
I didn't know what services you guys really provided. So when I moved up here, I was like, holy shit, Coast Guard does a lot. And
No.
That's my favorite part of doing all this is we get to have these conversations with people like you that are eager to talk to us and interested to know what we're doing.
yeah,
And just even just general small chats, just getting to build that rapport and that relationship with people. I like that.
Perfect, yeah.
so that little Coast Guard class, I never took it. That little Coast Guard class you
Like the
offer.
boating safety class.
Yeah. When do y'all offer that, and what all do y'all, what information?
So I think it's like you call and schedule, and I think someone will come down. I know you can go on Boat US and do an online course. You can call the station as well, and we'll set you up with the Coast Guard Auxiliary, which I believe they're the ones that teach that class. They also will do a pier side safety check, just to make sure you do have the required gear case we come up alongside.
Do y'all give out warnings, or is it always?
Yeah,
oh yeah.
it's
what?
also so it all depends on the boarding officer at the time. We can give you warnings. We try not to do a lot of violations if we don't have to.
Yeah.
If it's something that can be, if it's not a blatant safety issue like no fire extinguishers or not enough life jackets, we can't give warnings for those. That's a automatic termination.
Yeah.
Just because it is safety.
Well, here's what I always preach on the YouTube channel is I have my, everybody's got a smartphone now. On January 1st, I got a reminder on my smartphone that says, do your safety inspection on your boat. Make sure your flares are in order. Make sure your extinguishers are all good. So if you just set that reminder, you're never out of tolerance.
And if you're a new boater and you're not sure what exact safety equipment you need, contact the local Coast Guard station. They will set you up with what you need, or a phone number who to contact, or a reference where to look.
Okay.
Great.
Well, we appreciate the Coast Guard. They're a bunch of great guys doing a great job out here. So thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Good seeing you again.
Yeah,
now
good
you gotta
seeing you
tell
guys.
me where you guys caught that halibut.
I can tell you.
Yeah?
So, like a 10-ounce white jig head with a white grub and a chunk of herring on it.
Nice.
That's pretty good. There's another guy here named Captain Zach.
Captain Zach. Yeah, one of our guys loves using that red-eyed yellow lure.
I didn't even know he sold stuff. So I
Yeah.
was in Western Auto and I was like, oh shit, this Captain Jack's got his own perch out here.
They work. We
Yeah.
caught fish on those too. So.
Well, I just loaded up with some, so we're going to give it a shot.
That's great. Well,
Anyway,
thanks again, you guys.
You're
We really
welcome, guys.
appreciate
Thanks so much.
everything you
Take care.
I'll
do.
off you guys. Have
Yeah,
a good one. Stay
Yeah,
safe.
All
thank
right.
you. Thanks. Appreciate
You're
it.
Stern's clear.
Thank you.
Stay safe out there.
Thank you. You too.
Well, that was awesome, man. It was really cool running into the Coast Guard. So now we got to dock and get the tire over to Leshwa. There we go. We did it. Good job. Well, that was it. That was pretty easy. So, tires loaded back in. It's back on the bead. We're going to grab a bite to eat, and then we're going to head back to the island. And in case anybody wants to know why my wife's in the back seat and not sitting next to me, the princess is in the front seat. Gravity do the work.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
She's back in.
Now let's get back to the island. All right, we made it back. Now let's get this back on the tractor. Well, we're back in business. Got the tire back on. But that kind of threw a whole damper in the day. We still got to contend with the backhoe, get that welded up. And then when we took our son and his wife back into town, we had to go in a few days early because of a storm that was coming through. Nothing connected to the storm that's happening right now on the west coast of Alaska, but when we came back, we noticed that our deer fence had been ripped down, and
Total devastation.
as you can see, here's the deer fence. The electric fence wasn't on, so that just let the one deer, I'm assuming, just let him in here, and he just had his way with everything. So got some deer poop right there. So as you can see, he came through and cleared out all the Brussels sprouts. Cleared out, we had some heads of cabbage growing still. He ate a few of those. We've still got a few left, so we covered that up just in case we put the fence up and he breaks it again.
He ate our garden,
He
our garden beans.
ate the beans or the snap peas.
And then if you go over here, you can see that he ate our peas. He ate our kale. Oh gosh. And he did a number on our heads of cabbage over there.
Yeah, we still got some zucchinis and we got some squash, but they're pretty big, so they need to be picked now.
Yeah, I was growing a couple to see how big they would grow. So at the end, I'll show you how big I got a couple good big ones this year.
So anyways, I think I'm gonna call it a day. We may go split some wood, but the day's pretty much shot. We've been gone, what, 3.5, 4 hours, because that's just how long it takes us. 40 minutes to get ready and get down to the boat. It takes an hour to get to town. We got stopped by the Coast Guard. Love the Coast Guard, but you know, that was, and we talked with them for a while, so that was a little longer than normal. But normally they stop you for about 15-20 minutes.
The dogs are eating all the deer poop.
Then we came back, which was an hour, and then you know, another 20 minutes to get back over to the cabin. So we're looking at 4 something o'clock right now. So if I touch anything else and it breaks today, I'm just gonna lose it. So I think I'm just gonna call it a day, and we'll get this video edited and put out for tomorrow. And yeah, so we'll split some wood, get the garden cleaned up, get the seaweed on the next video, I guess. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you next week.